we talked about. There's just a couple really important pieces to cover to make sure that you have all the information you need to make the decision that you need to make. Okay. Most important thing is that back in the 90s, a nonprofit out of North Carolina conducted a study on all heating and cooling systems that have been installed. And their findings were pretty remarkable. What they discovered was that 40% of all systems that have been installed lack the appropriate refrigerant charges to achieve the efficiency ratings and the performance standards that the system had been designed for. Meanwhile, they discovered that 50% of all systems lack the necessary airflow, the minimum standards for airflow, to also achieve those performance standards and efficiency ratings. And so what that meant was that the majority of all systems installed weren't actually even performing the way the system had been designed, based on the installation. So the most important thing when you face a decision like this isn't the equipment that you're going to install at all, but rather who's going to install it for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So with that in mind, that's why all of our technicians use this 10,000 point checklist to make sure that every single installation we do is absolutely perfect, so that your equipment will actually perform the way it was designed to. So are there any questions that you have for us about the company or the way that we install this or the quality of the work that we do at this point, or is that all pretty confident with how seriously we take this?
Yeah, good.
Okay, cool. You guys with me so far? All right. Now, with that said, that actually allows you to make a decision based on the equipment. There are some key differences. And it's relatively simple. So there's really three styles of equipment out there as far as efficiency and performance is concerned. The first is your basic equipment. And the way that operates, Joe, is just like the system you currently have. So all of a sudden, the thermostat calls for cooling. Right? It gets a little hot, feels sticky, thermostat kicks on, and right, you hear the system kick on, and it pumps up, and it maxes out. All this energy is being used, and this ice cold air starts pouring out. You start feeling really good, and then just about that time, the system shuts down. Right? And then all of a sudden, it starts getting hot in here again. Just about the time you're about to go look at that thermostat and go, you know, what the heck, what do I need to do? You all just, and the system kicks back on. And that's how it works, just up and down, over and over, energy blast, cold blast, etc. Then you have your standard range efficiencies, and basically what that does is it diminishes that. So your temperature swings, your energy swings become a little bit less. It uses a little less energy on most days than it needs to, you know, so that it's cruising a little bit better, but you're still feeling those swings. And then at the highest efficiency, highest performance, you get these systems that run on cruise control. And what those do is literally use only as much energy as is necessary to run for long periods of time at low speeds to make sure that the temperature, the house, the sound, all of it is just even, comfortable, and efficient. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So those are really the three major ranges that you need to consider when it comes to your equipment. And with that in mind, I put together this option sheet. And what I'm going to do is just explain this top option to you, then let you read them over and decide which system looks best to you. Okay? So today, during our explore of the home and the system, you told me that the most important things to you were create a reliable, efficient system that would remain even. You told me that you're tired of your daughter's room and the upstairs getting hot at night and having to wake up and turn the thermostat down and so forth. So for that reason, I've included in this option the highest efficiency furnace and air conditioning, which utilizes a temperature balancing fan, which means that it's going to run for those long periods, nice and slow, and keep the temperature comfortable. Now, in conjunction with that, to combat your daughter's allergies, and I would insert daughter's name there, right, because I would know that, or whomever, or to address the fact that you have concerns about dust levels in the house, I've included this premium air purification system, along with the humidity control. Now, all of that in conjunction with that temperature balancing fan will just cycle the air constantly, make sure this is the cleanest air that your family breathes all day. And that's all with a nice programmable thermostat, like you had said you wanted, to make sure that you can come home to a cool house, leave in the morning, and know that you weren't wasting energy during the day. Any questions on that option? All right, so that entire option comes with a 10-year no-worries warranty. You would not have to worry about that 24 hours a day for 10 years we cover it. And total investment on that would be $450 a month. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and hand this over, let you read through all the options. I'll answer any questions you have, you can tell me which one looks best to you. Option three? Yeah, that's a great option. What is it that you like most about option three?
I get the highest efficiency furnace and pretty high efficiency.
Yeah. And that makes sense, living in Illinois, you know, we've got these long heating seasons versus a little bit shorter cooling season, so, sounds great. Now, did you want to go with the monthly investment or the total cash discount?
Month.
Monthly? Okay, that sounds awesome. So Joe, what I'm gonna do, I'll transfer these notes over to an invoice. We can go ahead and get you on the phone with GE, who's gonna approve all of that monthly investment for you, get you squared away, and you can decide on different terms and whatever they want to discuss with you. And then, how soon do you want us to put you on the install schedule?
How soon can you do it?
Is tomorrow too soon?
Nope.
Okay, and tomorrow it is. All right, Joe, that sounds awesome, thank you. All right, let's acknowledge Joe. All right. So, to close that out, what we're gonna ask you to do is have a table group discussion